Hello, everyone. This is Denise with RCD Property Group at Keller Williams, bringing to you another episode of FYI by RCD. This evening, we have the opportunity to hear from the Schwartz Law Firm, represented by Marita Curry. She's going to give us some great information, so please pay attention. To start off, Marita, please introduce yourself and give us a little bit of information about the Schwartz Law Firm. Excuse me.
Well, thank you, Denise, for having me on this evening. My name again is Marita Curry. I'm the legal assistant to attorney Stephen Schwartz. We're a family practice here in Houston, specializing in estate administration, estate planning, probate, and guardianships. My role with the Schwartz Law Firm is to help facilitate getting information from potential clients to the attorney and working with them so that he can, when he meets with them or when he assists them, can help them with a strategy and a path forward with their legal matter.
Okay, that sounds great. That really sounds, in a nutshell, something that all of us could use. So, with that in mind, my question to you is, what are the top 3 things that a new homeowner should be aware of in regards to your services?
A new homeowner would benefit from estate planning. And 2 of the documents that we most highly recommend for a new homeowner would be, 1 would be a statutory durable power of attorney, also known as their financial power of attorney. What that does is that you appoint an agent that can act on your behalf when you can't. One of the things we learned during the pandemic is that things can happen that we don't anticipate on a mass scale, like a pandemic. So you're stuck in another country, you don't know how long you're going to be there, you need somebody to act, access your finances, maybe buy things for you and send things for you. You may have gotten COVID and you're in the hospital for months. Well, the bills don't stop coming. There's things that happen that if you have someone who you trust that can act on your behalf, they can do that. And a power of attorney is in effect until you revoke it. So you may have it for years and years. And so maybe you develop some kind of mental issues, dementia, Alzheimer's. And if you have that in place, it does allow someone to act on your behalf. And the person who's acting on your behalf, again, should be somebody that you trust, who understands the sensitive nature and the responsibility that you've given them. In addition to that, because a power of attorney is good while you're here, when we transition, and we don't know, again, based on what we saw during the pandemic and COVID, anything can happen. You want to make sure that your loved ones are properly taken care of in a manner that you would want them to be taken care of. And a will is a legal document that does just that. It states what you want to happen and who you want to take care of it to make sure that it happens. And that is especially important when you have blended families, second marriages. Texas is a community property state, and particularly with real estate, a community asset that may have community debt. And you want to make sure that that loved one that you purchased the home with, or those children or your elderly parents who reside in the home, that you've made some thought into what happens if I'm not here. So again, a power of attorney is while you're here. In the event that you can't act on your behalf, you have somebody to step in. The will is when you're no longer here, to make sure that your loved ones are properly taken care of. Now, even more important, that once you have these legal documents in place, you want to make sure that, 1, they're safe and secure. I highly recommend that you scan those documents and email them to yourself. We do live in Houston, the Bayou City, hurricanes, floods, and there's been many times in my career at the Schwartz Law Firm that people have lost documents because of that. So you want to make sure that things are put where they're fireproof and waterproof as well. So for the original documents, once you scan them, now you have the originals. So you want to make sure that you maybe use a safe deposit box in a bank, you use a firebox and store it at an elevated place in your home, just to make sure that those documents are safe and secure when needed. And let the person who's either your agent or who you want to become your executors to know where those documents are when the time arises that they are needed. So that's our best advice for a new homeowner. Good planning, like anything else, like any other way to look at it, is like insurance. It's better to have and not need than to need and not have.
Those are very, very wise words and great information, as you say, not only for new homeowners, but for everyone across the board. I'm sure that there are many of us out there who could get our papers in order and really need to. Thank you so much for that information. Let me ask you to give our viewers your contact information, because now that they've heard exactly what your firm can do for them, I'm sure they want to reach out and have you assist them.
Well, they can go to our website at schwartzlawhouston.com. That's SCHWARTZ Law, LAW, Houston, HOUSTON.com. We can also be reached by phone, 713-385-0269. When you're on our website, you can see the various areas that we can help you in your legal matters, as well as profile on the attorney, paralegal, and myself. Again, we are a family practice. Thank you.
That is so great. Well, thank you for sharing that information with us. It is vitally important to make sure that we do the planning in advance. And I know that our viewers will reach out to you and you will service them at a high level. Thank you so much. This is Denise with RCD Property Group. We are a Houston-based real estate firm. We assist people in the Houston area, all across the Houston-Galveston metropolitan area. We can be reached at www.rcdpropertygroup.com is our website. You can reach me directly at 281-896-0313. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon in our next episode of FYI by RCD.